Happening now at 5:31. Parents, are your kids' car seats installed the right way to keep them safe? It turns out a lot of them are not, and that could be very dangerous, even deadly. And that's exactly why the state and Safer New Mexico now are teaming up to check out your car seats for free today in Albuquerque. News 13 Samantha McDonald is live near downtown with all of the details. Good morning, Samantha.
Good morning, Matt. Well, this car seat is designed to shield a child from harm in the case of an accident. Although it may look easy to install, technicians tell me 3 out of 4 car seats nationwide are installed incorrectly. So from 4 to 6 p.m. today, the free clinic will be set up at the Kohl's at the Cottonwood Corners Shopping Center. Certified technicians will adjust your car seat if necessary and show you how to do it yourself. They will make sure your car seat is not expired and if the straps are not too loose. One parent told us at a clinic like this last week she learned that her child's car seat should face the rear for 2 years only, something she didn't know.
I think it's a really good service that they're doing too. I mean, to our future little adults here. So one day hopefully they can do the same.
Something to be aware of: if your child is under the age of 7 and weighs less than 60 pounds, you are required by state law to put your child in a car seat. Matt, back to you.
All right, great tips there, Samantha. Thank you. Now, besides car seats, don't forget booster seats. If your kids are 12 and younger and their seatbelt doesn't fit them properly, the law says you do have to use a booster seat. Happening now, new rules for pets in unincorporated areas of Bernalillo County. They start today to crack down on animal neglect and abuse. So now you do have to microchip your pet. If they're caught running loose twice, you can't get them back unless they are spayed or neutered. And dogs cannot be tethered or chained anymore, something that happens far too often in cruelty cases.
They're often the ones that are neglected by the family. And the truth is, if you can neglect an animal, you can neglect a person. And these are bigger issues than just animal welfare ones.
All right, also, you'll now need a permit if your pets have litters, and it's illegal to put dogs in the back of trucks without them being in a kennel or a crate. Well, in less than a week, a bear hunt is set to start here in New Mexico. It's supposed to help control the bear population, but an environmental group says it'll do exactly the opposite. Game and Fish says it's captured nearly 50 bears in the area, and another 20 were either hit by cars or had to be put down. They were killed. Now, statewide, 145 bears have been killed so far this year. It's one less than the total number of bears killed in all of last year, and that doesn't include the ones being hunted. Founder of Sandia Mountain Bear Watch says that is something to worry about.
I don't think this small bear population statewide can take that kind of damage year after year after year.
Game and Fish says it thinks the population statewide is in the thousands, much more than what is estimated. But the state is spending more than $100,000 to work on and getting an accurate estimate. As for bears wandering in the city, Sandia Mountain Bear Watch has suggested setting up feeding stations to keep the bears alive and draw them up to the mountains away from people's homes, possibly preventing some of these bears from getting killed. Critics say, though, that's actually bad and can cause more problems by making the bears dependent on that food. Well, it's a deadly habit that thousands of kids are picking up every day in the U.S. Now, a national task force is asking doctors to get involved to stop kids from smoking and to prevent them from even starting. More than 3,800 kids who are 12 to 17 take up smoking for the first time every single day. Recent studies show intervening at an early age can help lower the risk of kids smoking by a whopping 20%.
Interventions, and they can be conversations, telephone counseling, video, written materials to youth and adolescents in their practices.
It's no secret that smoking can lead to cancer and heart disease. In fact, it's the top cause of preventable deaths in the U.S., killing nearly 440,000 people each and every year. Some good news. Doctors think they could be close to developing a test that could detect early signs of ovarian cancer. Researchers at the MD Anderson Cancer Center have developed a blood test that detected the cancer in a small group of patients. Ovarian cancer, as you may know, is difficult to detect because patients don't normally show symptoms until the disease has advanced. It may be too late to cure then. Larger studies are needed before the test goes public. Happening now at 5:36, the beginning of Labor Rights Week, and it starts in the event with the U.S. Department of Labor Wage and Hour Division and the Mexican Consulate. There will be a presentation today on the Fair Labor Standards Act, where you can learn about the labor laws, you can ask questions, even file some complaints. It goes from 9 to 11 this morning at the Consulate of Mexico on 4th Street Northwest here in Albuquerque. Well, human rights officials in Albuquerque want to make sure women are getting paid the same as men. The city's Human Rights Office announced it's going to form an equity pay task force to address the differences in salaries and wages women still face. According to City Hall, on average, women are paid 23% less than men nationally, but that's only 6% in Albuquerque. Human Rights Office will work with the city's HR department to provide incentives to city vendors to provide equal pay.
It's really raising the consciousness, because I think more of us that recognize it, realize it, talk about it, the better off we're going to be and really actually start to make a difference.
Councilor Roxana Myers and Councilor Janice Arnold-Jones will introduce a resolution to set aside $20,000 for the task force. Ms. Myers thinks the proposal has a good chance of passing through the council. All right, later today, we should find out if same-sex couples will be able to get married in Bernalillo County. Meanwhile, Doña Ana and Santa Fe counties are, as you know, already issuing marriage licenses to gay couples. According to the Albuquerque Journal this morning, Bernalillo County Clerk Maggie Toulouse Oliver has readied up 1,000 new gender-neutral marriage licenses in case District Judge Alan Malott issues a court order today supporting same-sex marriage. However, there's still a lot of questions about the legalities here and what it means for local churches and private businesses. Now, you may remember the photographer in Albuquerque who refused to take pictures of a same-sex couple because of what she claimed were her religious beliefs. Last week, the state Supreme Court ruled against her and fined her for violating New Mexico's Human Rights Act, saying it would be the same as if she refused service based on the couple's race. The New Mexico Conference of Catholic Bishops says the Constitution protects churches with freedom of religion. The state Supreme Court has not ruled on same-sex marriage yet, but may before the year is over.